Do a barrel roll.
Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Mica Burton.
Is 2017 the year of Ubisoft?
I thought it was the year of the rooster, but okay.
Ubisoft this time, apparently.
Apparently.
We're changing it up.
The French developer has kind of flown under the radar a bit this year with the Nintendo Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild, sucking a lot of oxygen out of the room, not to mention how their high-profile games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Resident Evil 7, Nier Automata, Persona 5, oh my goodness, that's a lot of games.
None of which are Ubisoft games.
Nope, not at all.
But yeah, those are all getting a lot of buzz. However, according to new data, Ubisoft is actually reigning supreme in the US in the area where it counts the most sales.
Yeah.
Well, where it counts the most for publishers anyway. And Ubisoft has not only the top game so far this year in the US, but actually the top 2 games.
Well, bravo for Ubisoft.
Well done.
We're getting these numbers courtesy of the NPD Group, which released its report for sales in March, which revealed the best-selling games of last month, but also for the year up to this point.
Now, according to the reports, Ubisoft's Ghost Recon Wildlands is the best-selling game so far in 2017, followed by another Ubisoft game, For Honor. And while we knew that Ghost Recon Wildlands would probably sell pretty well, I mean, fans of that franchise, they're very, very loyal, and 6.8 million people did play the beta, For Honor seemed like a little bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, and that's because the game sparked, that huge controversy over microtransactions.
You might have heard of it.
And, the fans organized a huge boycott against playing it. It was a big kerfuffle. And its recent reviews have been mostly negative on Steam, which indicates that the backlash is continuing.
If you don't remember the whole controversy over For Honor, it had to do with the game's use of microtransactions. One Redditor found out that to unlock all the added content like the emotes, the outfits, the other items, it would cost around $732, or it would take you about 2 years of grinding. In response to the outcry from fans, director Kdin now infamously said, "We never had an intention for you to unlock everything in the game."
So, yeah, people have been mad at For Honor, but still it sold really well, landing second on the top-selling list in 2017 after Ghost Recon's Wildlands. Coming in third on the list was, no surprise, Zelda Breath of the Wild.
A little bit of a surprise, actually, given that it's a platform exclusive.
Right.
Both For Honor and Ghost Recon, they're multi-platform games. It's a lot easier for multi-platform games to sell at volume because, well, they're pretty much wherever the gamers are.
True.
But platform exclusives tend to have a little bit more difficult time in that regard, and I mean, Zelda, its platform came out March for the most part.
Very, very true. But then coming in at fourth was Resident Evil 7, followed by Mass Effect Andromeda, Grand Theft Auto 5, still, and Horizon Zero Dawn, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, NBA,
you may hate it, but people still buying it.
Still buying it, and then, basketball, NBA 2K17, and Battlefield 1 rounded out.
Yeah, those games are ranked by US dollar sales, and they combine physical sales with digital sales from some publishers, but it's important to note that there are a couple of notable absences like Nintendo and Sony. Overall, video game spending, including hardware, software, and accessories, rose 24% year over year in March to more than $1.3 billion. It's pretty good.
Awesome. That jump is due in large part to the launch of the Switch on March 3rd, as well as a number of big-name releases. The Switch, as we reported, has sold 2.4 million units in the month of March, outselling both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, which isn't too unexpected for a new hardware launch since it gets to count all those pre-orders in 1 month.
Yeah.
Overall, total hardware sales in the US almost doubled, according to NPD analyst Sam Nagy, to $485 million.
Nagy said, March 2017 will go down in history books as the month Nintendo broke records. The Nintendo Switch had the biggest hardware launch for a Nintendo platform and the second biggest launch for any video game platform since 1995, the time NPD began tracking this category.
Of the 2.4 million Switches sold in March, more than 900,000 of those came in the US, which beat Nintendo's previous record holder for sales in its first month, the Game Boy Advance in 2001.
Meanwhile, Ghost Recon Wildlands had the best launch for any Ghost Recon game ever, according to NPD, but The Division remains the best-selling launch game in the Tom Clancy universe.
So that's good news for Ubisoft, which is also known for other big franchises like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and Far Cry. The developer is going through a big expansion this year, opening up 2 new development studios in Europe.
GameSpot reported that the first studio will be based in Berlin and is working with Blue Byte, which is also owned by Ubisoft, on an unannounced AAA project. Now, you might remember that Blue Byte helped out Ubisoft Montreal on development of Rainbow Six Siege and For Honor. It also most recently made the PC city building sim Anno 2205.
Ubisoft's other new European studio will be called Ubisoft Bordeaux and will be located in southwest France, assisting other studios there, which have made Ghost Recon Wildlands and Just Dance 2017.
Just Dance 2018, here we go. Ubisoft has also been working on a new Assassin's Creed game, and while there's been speculation that it is going to be set in Egypt and it's going to be called Empire because everyone keeps leaking this game, the company hasn't officially given details, and they say it'll be released when it's ready.
You might also remember that Ubisoft has been under the threat of a hostile takeover for a while now from French multinational media conglomerate Vivendi, which has been buying up Ubisoft stock. Ubisoft, which is also French, Ubisoft has been trying to block that move by buying back more of its shares and appointing independent directors to the company's board.
So while these might be kind of uncertain times for Ubisoft, the fact that it's got the top 2 best-selling games so far this year should be welcome news for them. I know there's a lot of people who are a little bit skeptical of Ubisoft these days, who feel like they're doing the same games over and over and over, and they're just basically changing out whatever name they slap on the box. Is it Far Cry? I don't know. Is it fucking every other open world game that they're putting out? What do you think about Ghost Recon Wildlands and For Honor? Do they deserve to be the best selling games this year? And what's been your favorite game so far of 2017? Let us know in the comments.
And for all your gaming news, and be sure to like this video, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to The Know. We'll be here.
We'll news you all day long.
So much news, come join us.
Although, it's kind of slow in the lead up to E3 now. We never had an intention for you to. God, was the Game Boy Advance really 2001? Oh my god. Okay.
Which is also known for